Hey everyone, Mr. Overon here with Mr. Overon's Tarot Reading Services. And today I am here to show you this new tarot deck that I got and just to kind of catch up with everyone. So if you haven't done so already, please hit like and subscribe. Then head on over to mroveron.com. That's MROVERON.com to check out my reading services and everything else that I have to offer. And let's get into it, shall we? So, I picked these up the other day, and it is a used deck. Um, I don't really like used decks, but the second I picked this one up, like it just felt like it needed to come home with me. Um, you should, well, let me rephrase that. In tarot mythology and lore and by like ancient rites or whatever, you're never supposed to utilize used tarot cards. You're supposed to only get them brand new, or if they are used, they are to be given to you. Typically, even then, you are never supposed to purchase tarot cards for yourself. They're always supposed to be a gift given to you. Now, I'm going to have a lot of people that show up like debating that or whatever. It's not a debate. I don't care what Llewellyn book you read. I don't care if you picked up, whatever from whatever new age coffee shop that you attend. It's it's kind of like law. It's one of those things that doesn't sell, so they don't put it into books, but it's an ancient rite. It's whatever you want to call it. So, anyways, here's the back of them. Very kind of macabre, uh, Art Deco. Got the little cat skulls. Very retro feeling, and I appreciate that about the. Um, I don't know if it says if there is a copyright date or not. No, there's no copyright that I could see. These don't even have a barcode, so that's quite interesting. Huh. Um, so anyways, there's that, and then this is perfect. If you're a cat lover, you are absolutely going to love this deck. So what better personifies the sun card than a cat basking in the sun? And you see that there are sunflowers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, and the cat looks to be almost smiling. And then the tuft of the ear, like the hair inside of the ears, if you look at it really kind, if you don't look at it too closely, it looks like the right side is got like a hand like this, and the left side has like a hand like, you know. So, like, see what I mean? If you just kind of quickly look at it, um, the Six of Swords, it's got to be a freaking Siamese cat, of course. The Five of Swords. Let me see if I can find the Hierophant. And like, okay, so here's the Fool. I love this. Um, like, I've had these cards for probably 2 months now, and this is the first time that I'm actually sitting down with them. I just opened them at the store, counted to make sure that there was the 72 or 78 cards there, and there was. Okay, I love the Eight of Wands. Look at that. And then really didn't go much above and beyond that. The Tower. So I think that's befitting of the Tower. Judgment. The Moon. Loving that. The Stars. I feel like it should be darker, but again, we still have those. What is that? 4, 7, 8 stars there. Now, I think that they did the devil wrong on this one, but um, still, hairless Sphinx. I feel like this should have been like the Magician. Here's Temperance, the World, and that's befitting. Cat sitting on top of the World. Death. Now this is a great card, and that's also what's on the back here. So I like that. Though the skull wouldn't have the ears, but still, I think it's kind of fun. The Hanged Man. If you have blinds, you have probably found your cat in this situation more than once. Justice. The Wheel. Now, based on the wheel, I don't know that I would have the cat sitting on top of it, because for me, the imagery of this would be that the wheel is stagnant and not moving. Now, if the cat was inside, like walking inside the wheel, that would show that movement and that like circle of completion and everything else that the wheel represents. So I think I would have done this one a little bit differently. The Hermit. I guess that's giving Hermit vibes. Strength. I don't know what's going on here with strength. Like, but okay. And then we have the Chariot. I absolutely adore this. Like, oh, we're all about the mobility. We're all about stability. We're all about like inclusion. So yes, love that. The Lovers. Okay, but I feel like they could have had the like cattails making the heart or something, and but not not a horrible Lovers card. The Hierophant. Um, Again, I feel that this could have been done a little bit better, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, I would have loved to have seen more books in the background, like a bookshelf or something. Um, but here we are with this. The Emperor. This cracks me up. It's a chonkers and a little ball of yarn and the scepter. Um, the Empress. Um, Again, this could have been done a lot better, but come on, focus. There we are. Then we have the High Priest. Again, something that could have been done a little bit differently, but still giving good High Priest. And I believe that's all of the Yeah, I think that's all 22 of the major arcana. But all in all, a great, fun little deck. And it's definitely going to be something that I will enjoy having in my collection. I don't usually read with some of the cards that I have in my collective. I will typically only stick to one set of cards, and that is my Gypsy Witch cards. They're a Lenormand deck, and they were the very first set of cards that I learned how to read. And I am, in my personal opinion, very surgical with them. And if you don't know what a Lenormand deck is, here's the Gypsy Witch. Um, it comes in an orange box with this little background on it. It's created by US Games, but instead of having your traditional tarot, it has like the rose. And then there's like this little thing up here, and it says the rose indicates beauty and rugged health. Now, depending on how this appears in your reading, this will more than likely say that you need to keep yourself protected, um, act like a rose bush and keep people at arm's distance. Don't let anyone come in too closely. Think of the rose. You can actually see the thorns on this rose. Like you go to pick it and you prick yourself on So whenever this comes up in the reading, depending on how the reading goes, it typically reads as just protect yourself. Then you have the rod, which indicates like family upset, disturbance, whatever else. And it says the rod near predicts family quarrels, distant pecuniary losses. So, 9 times out of 10, I don't ever see this as a loss card when I've done my readings. I think in the entirety of the time that I've read from 14 to 45, I've only read this card as a loss card maybe 12 times. So, yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these cards or whatever, but like here's the last one that I'm going to show you, and this is the clouds. A lot of times when this card comes up, it means that the decision that you are trying to make is a little bit clouded right now, to take a step back and allow time for the clouds to dissipate. It also means that you, depending on how it shows up in the card or in the reading, it can also mean that things are going to start getting better for you, like clear skies, smooth sailing, that whole thing. The other thing that I love about these cards is there's no reversals. So you don't have to like, oh, well, if this is upside down and reversed, the way that I would read this, knowing this card the way that I do, is just that you need to be more vulnerable and more open. But reversals do not work in this deck. So just something that's a little bit fun, and the deck that I've been using since I was like 14. This is not that deck from all that long ago. This is my 6th or 7th deck. Every so often, I just go through and I ritualistically burn my cards because I start to feel like they are getting gunky and build up of too much energy. And even after doing a smoke bath on them and like smudging them and doing all that other stuff, I just personally feel like they get to the point where they're just icky and don't work as well. And so I will ritualistically burn them and then either use the ash for blessings or to mix in for clairvoyancy, um, or just to bless the earth with the ash or what have you. So yeah. Um, the other thing that I wanted to kind of go over is I see that there is a resurgence of people that are just coming out of pocket about like what witchcraft is and what it isn't. And the only thing I can say is do not lock yourself in an echo chamber and surround yourself by people that say what you want to hear. Like, actually do some research, do some digging, read books that are previously published from like before 2000. And I would go as far as to say 2010. Like, the older the book, the better. Um, Starhawk's The Spiral Dance. If you can get a hold of the 12th or 22nd edition of that book, those are really good. The one thing with Starhawk is she goes through and she rewrites the Spiral Dance every so often and just updates it. And I find that her earlier um, iterations of the book are a lot better than her newer ones. I have 5 of her Spiral Dance books. Uh, the 12th edition, the 22nd edition, and her most recent edition that came out in like 2015, I believe it was. So, you know, authors who have been around since like the 70s, those are the people that you want to go for. You want those older books like by Raymond Buckland, Doreen Valentine, even though she is a Christian, like she converted back to Christ, or she went to Christianity and has since completely turned her back on the pagan community and all of the work that she did to bring witchcraft to the front and center of American culture. Um, then there's Doreen Virtue that is really good. Scott Cunningham, Margaret Adler, Raymond Buckland, Isaac Bonaparte, or Bonowitz, I'm sorry, Gavin and Yvonne Frost, uh, even to a certain degree, Silver Raven Wolf. I know that there's a lot of people within the community that absolutely hate Silver Raven Wolf, and I like her. I think that she's an amazing artist. I don't care about the politics behind her or whatever else. Her books are an easy read, and they are geared for teenagers. Whenever I take somebody on as a student, that her book Teen Witch is the very first book that I assign for them to read. There are 3 books that I start anyone off with, and that is The Spiral Dance, Drawing Down the Moon by Margaret Adler, and Teen Witch by Silver Raven Wolf. I keep wanting to say Silvel, like Civil War, but Silver Raven Wolf. Uh, but yeah, it's it's also okay to believe that intention is everything when it comes to witchcraft and magic, and it's really not. So many of the people nowadays within the online ecosphere are all about, oh, well, it's intention. It doesn't matter what goes on as long as your intention is good, as long as your intention's good. Well, I'm sorry, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And it takes more. It takes understanding, it takes learning, it takes a lot. It takes a lot more than your hot yoga instructor being all like, oh yeah, by the way, you can do this, and I hereby dub the lotus blossom water of the coven, whatever. So yeah, it just takes a lot more than that to make somebody a witch. Like, it's great that that's where you want to be. It's wonderful to stand under the full moon and recite the witch's rite, and to dedicate yourself to the gods, um, or the goddess, whatever goddess you happen to choose. Um, but there's no more practicality in the learning aspect of things. Like, there's an entire thing called um a year and a day for the first degree initiation, second degree initiation, and third degree initiation, even within Wicca. But people don't want to do any of that. They're like, no, I'm all that I need, and the knowledge that I gain will come to me from the gods and blah blah. I can go on and on for the next 26 hours just talking about like the amount of misinformation there is out there. I'm not here to pass judgment on anyone in particular, or to like poo poo your work. Just understand that there is a lot more than what is being echoed in like Facebook or in Reddit or wherever else. So just keep that in mind. So for now, I think that is all that needs to be said. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. If you would like a reading, reach out to me on my website, or you can shoot me an email, mroveron@gmail.com. And until next time, I will talk to you then. Bye, witches.